Hey, everybody. Listen, welcome into the building. As you come in, don't forget, hit the like button. And we're here today for Married to Medicine Reunion Recap Part 2. I see you got some friends I'm going to bring into the building. Hey,
Hi.
girls.
Hey, happy Tuesday. Ready for it, Diva.
Ready? Hey, Maria.
Oh, yeah, right.
Maria, you about to give me a hair donation, okay? We're gonna do a hair transplant.
Listen, I can stand to cut off a few inches. Okay, listen, I just literally finished it. Literally, like,
Did you?
I'm tired.
Hey, Sebastian.
Hey, all the heavenly angels are here
Hey,
today.
Yeah,
Sebastian.
the every angels are in the building. I see I'm gonna have to fight and fend for myself. But listen, guys, let me tell you something. And I'm telling you, y'all know how I feel about Contessa. So we ain't even gonna go there. But I'm gonna tell you, hands down, honestly, this is my unbiased opinion. Okay, everyone. Funky Dineva. I hope I got it right because Smoke sent it to me. I want to say it was Funky Dineva did an interview with Contessa. Um,
Mhm.
it was everything. It was everything. And of course, I wholeheartedly 100% believe every single word that came out of Contessa's mouth. Okay. So go over there, watch it. It was a really good interview. I was thinking about breaking it down, do my own little recap on it, but
We
it gave
definitely should
We should
because
because
it
I
is
watched it
interesting to
too.
me that you agree 100%
Yeah,
with everything
oh
that
yeah,
came out of
100%,
Contessa's mouth.
100%,
100%,
100, not 90.
100%
Because if she didn't contradict herself once, she contradicted it
contradict
twice,
herself
three, four, five.
100%
Even
of the
Andy,
time.
even Andy Cohen realized Contessa is
Mm-mm.
spinning
No,
and looking for some
hold
credit.
on,
He
Sebastian.
literally
Did
told
you
her,
see? Did you see? Come on, girlfriend. I love that interview, and I believe it too. Come on, praise the Lord and amen. Come on now, that's what I'm talking about. You gotta go
Okay,
see the
okay.
interview. Listen,
Honestly, I
and,
couldn't watch the whole thing.
and let me say this to you too. Funky Dineva even said, "Listen, I gotta be 100. I'm friends with Dr. Heavenly, but everything that came out of Contessa's mouth was 100% believable. It was unbiased. It was fair. We're gonna talk. We'll talk about it. And I interject now. Let me tell you one thing she said that made complete sense. Right? She said in terms of Toya not being able to afford her lifestyle, her and Eugene, right? She's Contessa said, why is it okay and believable that Quad, who is single, yes, Contessa told the truth in that interview, okay? Go in there and watch it.
She
So
told
she
her
said,
truth.
yeah. So what she yes, come on, y'all. Come through, okay? Wait, somebody said not Malibu Barbie, a truth teller. Don't do that. It was a good interview. She seemed genuine. Come on now. I'm just trying to tell the truth here, right? Now Malibu, come on, don't do that, Flip. Don't do that. Come
Diva, it wasn't.
people. Do you see that the chat is talking here?
Well, but
I'm
it
Yes,
with you.
wasn't that it
I
didn't come
see.
off genuine. It came off very genuine. It was, but
Uh-huh.
it was lies. You literally
Lies.
lied on top of the lies.
Oh
And
my
even
God.
Funky
Why?
Dineva said it on the screen. You talked about your husband. It came across. If it comes across that you're talking about your husband, what are you doing? Talking
See,
about
the
Talking
your
about
heavenly
your
husband.
angels
husband.
will never ever admit to some facts,
So
okay? But
Diva,
wait,
Well, okay.
if
hold on
we
one
could just
second. Hold on one second. Miss Gigi said, hi, Diva and everyone. Contessa was back. She was backpedaling and everything.
baby.
I'm not totally convinced from her mouth was the truth. Some lies.
No.
Oh my.
Diva,
Oh
that's just
my.
like she said she never talked to the ladies about her marriage, right? She
Yeah.
said that. Did we not have a whole cast dinner that first season that Quad was single and they went to wherever? And did they not have a whole dinner about Contessa and Scott? And Scott got so upset because she brought up their business to them. He got up and left, and Contessa, I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to put you guys in the middle of this. I'm so sorry. Because then right after that, Heavenly went to their room and started to have a conversation with the two of them. It's the lies. It's the blatant lies.
My God. Y'all gonna get Contessa a break. Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch it again. But hold on one second. It was a great interview. However, Contessa was not keeping it 100. She was like,
thank you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my.
The only thing she did 100% was gaslight. That's the only thing.
Literally.
The only thing she did was gaslight. She sounded like her rants and her Instagrams when Toya's on the other line drunk. She was just ranting practically incoherently, not finishing a sentence. He didn't even have, he said, hi, Contessa. And she went, and then, and it was all contradictions and lies, and contrary to what my eyeballs saw and my ears heard for the last 2 years, Contessa. You're going to have to make it make more sense than that, darling. But she did 100% of something, and that was gaslight.
Okay, but listen. Thank you, Ms. Dugan. That lady has no reason to lie, unlike Heavenly. Yeah. She had no reason to lie.
Okay.
What does Heavenly have reason to lie for?
Heavenly have to lie.
Okay. So listen. Oh, people feeling Contessa's a liar. But you know what? Oh, okay. I see a lot of heavenly angels in the building. Well, welcome into the building. But but still, we welcome you here. We love you. Okay.
It's not even about being an angel. Real people can see between the BS and what happened on Funky Dineva. I agree. It was an awesome interview. Great interview.
Thank you.
But she talked in circles around his questions. She contradicted herself every time that he would bring up a fact that she did on TV, and then would be like, well, no, because at first in the beginning of the season, she was mad at Heavenly because she was talking about her on YouTube, right? And then you got mad at her because she wasn't a good friend to you. So were you mad? And then you were mad because she was saying that she was saying calling Scott abusive. So which one is it? Like, are you mad because you're a bad friend? Are you mad because you're on social media and talk about me? Or are you mad because I called Scott abusive? Like, I'm so confused. Like,
grasping at straws is what it's called.
Like you said at the beginning of this, you said that at the beginning of this season. We need to go back and watch some of our lives because a lot of us have said some things and we don't remember what we said. Like Contessa.
Well, you know what? When I get my life to get over here, I'm gonna have to pull clips. I'm gonna have to pull clips from previous videos, okay? And then insert them as we are talking. Okay. But we'll carry on. I just want to give a nice shout out to Funky Dineva and the interview that he did with my girl Contessa. I totally appreciate it because prior to that, Funky, even though I know you ain't listening to it, but prior to that, a lot of people misunderstood Contessa. They thought, like the heavenly angels, that she was lying. But when I listened to that interview, thank you, Contessa. You told 100% truth. You cleared up a lot of things that was not clear, okay? And like she said, for Toya, if Quad, y'all can believe Quad can do everything on her own, okay? And she get the same salary as Toya, why do you think that Toya and Eugene is so broke? But we'll carry on and we'll get into this reunion part 2 of Married to Medicine.
Before you carry on, can I respond to that?
Yes, you go ahead, Sebastian.
I would like to respond to that about Contessa saying that about Quad. First of all, Toya has 7 liens against her. That is one of the main reasons why we can question her actions about her homes. And I don't know why people are mad that Audra brought out those liens. Liens are public information. Liens are very much public. You can search up someone and how many liens they have. These are public information. Next time, Toya needs to make sure she's paying those contractors right, paying those builders correctly, so she does not have any liens, because they're the ones who are putting the liens on her homes because she wants this lavish whatever that she wants.
There's no liens on the single lady doing it all by herself. The single lady, all the single ladies. There's no liens on Quad's house.
Exactly. There is no liens on Quad's house.
Where the receipts, okay? And Audra, go have your baby. Stop. Don't be digging up in the public record. Don't be digging up in the public records talking about my liens. But let's carry on. Okay, let's carry on. So, Married to Medicine Part 2 reunion. Anila, they on Anila's back. I didn't like that either, and I didn't quite like what Contessa said about Anila and her being on the show, but we'll carry on. And the Funky Dineva interview, I was like, okay, don't do that. Don't do that, Contessa. I didn't like that piece of it, right? But, Audra's ready to give birth. Jackie said, but see, Jackie doesn't get it. What about, Jackie, what about HIPAA does Jackie not understand? Are we going to have to send Jackie back through a remedial class or something like that for this doctor thing?
No.
Hold on now. When Andy asked her about Audra, she said, she's fine. She about to give birth, but she said she was eating right and exercising, but I don't believe she's really doing that. Jackie, didn't you get enough of telling Buffy's business to the point where Buffy still can't get over it? Buffy is over there on her channel just being Buffy. She's still traumatized.
Listen, first of all, I want to comment on that. First of all, I would like to comment.
The autopsy of her uterus.
I want to comment on that first, on that situation, on the Buffy and Audra situation.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to say this, and I know I'm going to get heat in the chat.
Yes.
There are two types of sterile people. There are the ones who are nice, caring, lovely, and have great heart, have a good intentions. And God just can't give them kids. It's just impossible for them to have kids. I feel for them 100%. Then there are the second types of ones. The desperate, thirsty, clout chasing ones. That's where Buffy falls in. And Audra.
He can't even get it out because he's being messy. But wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Sebastian. Flip, you are right. Jackie has this God complex. Jackie, calm down. But you know what? Although Jackie, you need to knock it off. You telling that girl's medical record business. Go ahead, finish.
It was filmed. Bravo filmed Audra going into that office. Bravo filmed the ultrasound. That's the thing.
Bravo didn't film Audra saying to Dr. Jackie that I'm eating right and exercising. They didn't film that. They didn't film Dr. Jackie in her chart writing down notes. They filmed the ultrasound and said, "There go the baby." That's what they filmed.
Did she say that Audra has this type of thing wrong in her labs?
Sebastian,
Audra is suffering from this in her pregnancy.
I feel like it was more so just as like a kiki. I don't feel like it was that. Like I feel like that was Jackie's personal opinion. I don't feel like it was based off of her actual medical records. Like
exactly, she said she told me that, but I don't know.
HIPAA doesn't include lifestyle. Lifestyle is how you eat, how you live, if you exercise.
Exactly.
But your health is what the doctor says you have to do health-wise with your body. Eating right and exercising. That's not what the doctor's prescription is.
It's health.
It's not the same thing.
It's health. And
that's
see,
like
here's the thing. If I'm a regular person and I say Audra's not eating right and not exercising and she's pregnant, she said her words was, you know what, she's doing well, but she told me she's eating right and exercising, but she said, I don't think so. So you saying Audra over there stuffing fried chicken, biscuits, and gravy down?
That's a reach. You go from not eating right to watermelon and fried chicken, Diva. Ooh, maybe the baby likes fried chicken and watermelon.
Diva, that's problematic, Diva. Don't say that.
We are not going to try to make Jackie out to be a villain like she out here just telling people's business. That is not what it is. Audra signed the contract. She is a friend to the show. If she didn't learn from Buffy that whatever comes out, that was on her, period.
We're drawing a line. We're drawing this line. Don't cross it when it comes to Jackie and that HIPAA stuff. Don't cross it.
Come on, tell the facts here. HIPAA includes giving out patients' info. Miss True Kelly, you're in the building. Is Jackie messy?
She is, and I don't know why she's still on the show. I don't know what she offers anymore. She doesn't offer anything anymore. All her comments are based on everyone else's mess. So she's just like, is she the fixer? Is she the mediator? What is her purpose now? She
Jackie
served no
is
purpose,
married to
and
medicine.
she seems like a very bitter woman. I don't know. To me, she seems very bitter about everything. And I don't think she likes any other woman on that stage. Maybe just Heavenly. Everybody else care less for.
Right, and I don't know what her alliance is to Heavenly either, right? But yeah, because she takes up for Heavenly in the nonsense. But let me see, and listen, Anila was being a little messy too, because Anila was like, yeah, Dr. Karen can tell everybody up here that has some work done and has some fillers. And Andy was being messy because he said, what do you think about Quad? And she was like, well, but Quad is, again, I will never forget. I don't know who in the comments said it that day that Quad be giving these MLK speeches. I will never be the same.
Oh, it was
Was that Dugan too?
no, it was
Wasn't it flipped? I think it was flipped.
I
it
don't
was
know who it was, but God bless them, because I tell you this. Every time now Quad speaks, all I think about is her giving a speech, because everything, she doesn't just answer a question.
Nope.
It has to be a long dictation in this whole speech, because she the cutest and the youngest ain't up there, honey, and she don't do no fillers. She don't do nothing. Okay, so and then Simone, this was interesting, right? That Simone kind of talked about how, I think we touched on this one day. I can't remember if it was on my channel or Sherelle's or whatever, but we touched on how Black people get ignored a lot when they come and talk about their medical conditions to doctors. And it was here, and it was very interesting to me how she gave the story about Serena. I think it was Serena Williams. Now imagine, this chick got money, right? Serena Williams telling her doctor that she had a pulmonary embolism, and the doctor was pretty much like ignoring her. But the only reason why she knew she had it is because she'd been down that road before. So it was really interesting, and I did not know that in the world, I don't know if it's the world, I forgot the exact numbers that Contessa gave, but it's only about 5% of doctors are of color.
Or Black.
Yeah, or Black.
That are Black. 21% are
You are right.
Asian.
You are right, Sebastian, that are Black. So I mean, I thought I'm like, wow. So these ladies on this show have a really good opportunity, because they're showing some little girls out there that, wow, you can be a doctor, and you could be a successful doctor. So that little segment gave me a lot. But I don't care what y'all say.
Diva,
Yeah, I'm coming to you, Sebastian. But 1 second, I don't care what y'all say. Dr. Jackie, she got loose lips when it comes to her patients. She got loose lips. But go ahead, Sebastian.
I don't agree with you. No, those doctors are not an inspiration to those little girls. No, absolutely.
Oh my.
No, we cannot have that. No, we're not gonna have that today. The only one that could be an inspiration is probably Heavenly, Jackie. Yeah, Jackie. Sometimes Simone, but Simone likes. I don't know what Simone's on this season. So no, Heavenly and Jackie.
We can't do Simone like that, because she definitely came through with the
only ones who
doctors.
can be inspiration to little girls.
Yes,
you cannot tell me that Contessa can be an inspiration to a little girl. Someone who's allowing a man to A her verbally and emotionally on national television is an inspiration to a little girl. What the hell is that?
Now, Sebastian, we can't sit here and take credit from what these women have done. They have gone to school and got their doctorate degrees, and they are taking care of people every single day. So I love you, my brother, but we cannot discredit them and say that they cannot be.
But there's the thing is, when you're a doctor, you're supposed to, you know that you're not supposed to do certain things that could, what's it called? Hurt you.
Well, then there would be no purpose to this show. Then this show wouldn't be here. Then they wouldn't be able to do stuff like
Married to Medicine. I'm not saying it's completely messy, but I'm saying is certain of these women cannot, especially Contessa, also for being insensitive to Anila, saying, "Oh, I stole from your house. Is this yours?" That was very insensitive and disrespectful. Contessa,
you know what? It was, but I'm gonna separate.
But aside of the show, aside of the show, they are still everyday doctors, and everybody doesn't watch Married to Medicine, so we cannot just because of Married to Medicine down. And I don't even I don't like Contessa like that, but I would never discredit her for her hard
Right.
work.
Like the
that she
excellence
does.
remains. So we agreed that the
Yes.
excellence remains.
Mhm.
That is
Yeah.
these characters, while they are very messy and in
And
other
flawed.
ways might not be what we call role model-ish in certain situations. However, their excellence overall is what we're here for.
Okay, thank you.
And the
Curves.
only
I think
reason
I
we
agree
see it
with
is
what
because
Curves
it's
said.
TV. Everybody got mess in their life.
I retract my
Yeah.
statement and agree with Curves.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Okay. So Miss True Kelly, did you want to say something?
No, I was just agreeing with Curves and Royer about,
Yeah.
you know, not taking away their professional experience and things they've done. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Miss Duke is in the building. Hey, what do you want to add to the conversation?
Hey, I just came through to drop a little salt on Dr. Heavenly and shut these heavenly angels down for a minute.
Oh.
Flip a wing or
What you
two.
got,
Just
girl?
flip
What you
it.
got? What you
Flip
got?
a wing.
No,
Yes.
were you guys watching when she first started coming on to YouTube back when the pandemic first started? Because I actually used to like Heavenly and I would tune in every day and she would tell her backstory. And the story she told about how she practically begged, stole, and did whatever it took to get to her point, to get to the point of where she is, I just lost all respect for her. You know, I admire her for what she has accomplished. I do think she tries to go back to the community, but Heavenly is straight gutter. That's all I-
Tries. You mean she does? First of all, Heavenly is
I'm
doing
confused on
this
what you brought to
investing
the
thing.
table.
She has been. No, we're not going to disrespect Heavenly about not going to tries to
He's
go to.
talking about
the
Heavenly's own words, though, Sebastian.
So what did she say, Miss Dugan?
I'm confused on what she said.
What did she
Heavenly
say?
said.
You guys would have to. You
What's
guys
her
would have
exact
to go back.
verbiage that would help
You
us?
You guys will have to go back. There are lots of videos when she just talked about her past and how she lived in Memphis and how she came about getting her practices. You just have to hear her stories. Yeah,
When she said that she would pay people to get clients so that she could move up in the ranking of.
Not necessarily that, but that's not exactly on the straight and narrow either. That's not common practice.
But
no,
who ain't hustled to get to the top? Tell
Right.
me anybody
Yeah,
that's
you
rich
better
that
go
hasn't
back.
hustled to get to
Okay,
the
you
top.
know what? I'm gonna bring it back because the Heavenly Angels, they're a little emotional. But thank you, Flip. We're just gonna hashtag. We're just gonna hashtag clip a wing. Okay, we ain't gonna take the whole thing down.
Diva,
We just
why
gonna
are we
clip a wing.
emotional
That's
every
it.
time we come back
I
with
love
a hitter? Like,
Why y'all always picking on Heavenly?
We're just clipping a wing. We're just clipping a wing. Hold on one
Bye.
second. Wait, hold on one second. This is my boo right here. Lillian said, I think toys. Oh my God, Lil, don't do this. Don't do this right now, Lil. You know I love you, but don't do this. I think Toya slept around on her husband, and Anila know and is getting punked out of telling the truth. Lil, you know what? Why I even bring up your comment? Don't do that, Lil. Don't do that.
100% agree.
You know I love you.
100%
You
agree,
know I love you,
Lillian.
boo. But don't be talking about Toya and her sleeping around. She's very
Toya-
emotional because she
Toya is
become
the-
lonely.
I'm sorry, but Toya, how many romance novels main character is the lonely housewife, always thinking about some schlongs? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, she talks about it. She talks about she's not getting it. She got time and opportunity
And it's not
and
enough.
neighbors.
And it doesn't
that are
satisfy.
Why do you
doing
think she keep Eugene working all the time, all them hours?
Well,
Why?
we're gonna talk about that too. Lil,
No,
if you
Toya's
want,
good.
wait.
Toya's good. She probably never cheated on Eugene.
Yeah, she did. Lil, if you want, click that link and come up here and chat with me. Yes, everybody, hit that like button. You can support the channel for free by just hitting the like button. We got 155 people in the building. Hit the like button. I truly appreciate it. So now let's go. The men arrive. You know what? I always love mostly every reality show. The men are level-headed, except for Mauricio from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But we're not going to go down that path, okay? But other than that, the men are pretty level-headed. And see, you know what? Eugene is not getting beat down into this spending money. He liked to spend money too, because he came in showing his red bottles, okay, with the little spikes on it. He was passing them around the room, letting the men see that he about to, get this thing together with his outfit and everything. So don't blame all the money churros on Toya, because Eugene got a little bug for it too, okay? He know how to spend a little
bet that
something
she
too.
bought those for him? Do you want to bet? Do you want to bet that she bought those for him? So
But he was proud of them, though.
He liked them.
Come on, Miss True Kelly.
He
Come on.
liked it.
He liked it. He was showing up. He took them out the boxes and passed it around. Go ahead, pass it around, guys. See my shoes. I'm about to put on, okay? And yeah, they was like, oh, they nice. Yeah, he liked it. Okay, so the men arrived, right? So they're talking to Toya. And, you know, my heart goes out to Toya. It went out to Toya because, you know, they asked about her housing situation. They punked her because a production wanted to show all her different moves, okay? Y'all started out here, then y'all moved here, then y'all went here, then you got your dream house, then you sold it. Why did she bring the receipt of you know, of the house sale and the money that she made, and she know that the liens was out there? I would have just let that go. I would have had to let somebody else bring that situation up. I wouldn't have brought it there myself to say this is what I made. And Andy's like, okay, yeah, you made almost $1 million. And then Heavenly was like, yeah, but she had to, you know, she owed people. That's why she sold the house. So that was messy. The whole thing about this man that she allegedly slept with, okay? I don't believe it. I don't believe that she slept around, okay? I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't know what else to say about it, but I don't believe it. And you know, Quad and Toy and no, Quad and Anila get into it. Now, Quad, this is what I'm gonna give Quad. Quad kept it 100, right? She was like, listen, I did continue the rumor because you hurt me and I wanted you to hurt. Okay. She said, I wanted you to hurt. So we got to give it up to Quad for being truthful in that moment, because the rest of them, they backpedal when they get in situations like that, right? Quad kept it 100. She looked Toy in the face and said, you hurt me, so I wanted to hurt you. And that's why I did it. And then she ran the bus over Anila. Okay. And Simone started it. I do believe Simone started it, but they kind of brushed over that. And then Quad ran the bus over Anila and pretty much said that she started the whole Toya rumor in this man. And I think the only reason why Quad ran the bus over her is because Quad know that she brought Zena, invited Zena to her holiday party just to continue the rumor. I'll stop there. What do y'all want to say about this situation?
I don't like the fact how Andy did not press Simone on that. It showed that he has favorites.
Yes, he does.
It told everyone, all the Bravo fans, that he has favorites on every franchise. I did not really like that. She is probably being messy, first of all. Simone, y'all can't lie and act like Simone does not have beef with Toya deep down in her heart. We cannot act like we did not see all this debacle from ever since that reunion when Toya got almost in her face and was about to beat the living crap out of her. Simone ain't forgetting that. Simone is probably friends with Toya just to hear her secrets and just spill it to the other ladies, okay?
Yeah, and you know what though? I forgot to add this. When Toya was crying, Eugene talking about, well, she just cry easy. And Dr. Karen was like, no, she don't. Eugene, do you know your woman? Are you just, you know, oblivious to what's going on here? Miss True Kelly, what did you think about this situation?
I feel like last night, well, day before, whatever, Quad basically had a target on everyone's back. Like, she was like not holding any punches, and she was telling on everybody. Okay, when she said, well, no, Simone told me this, and Anila did this, and she did that, and Anila said, I'm gonna invite the girl over to the house. I was like, girl, you just throwing them under the bus in their beautiful gowns and everything. You have no care in the world. I do respect that she did come out and say that she did it because she wanted to hurt her. Yeah. And she knows, like, they talk about her money all the time, and she just, you know, Toya just laughed it off. But when you talk about her marriage, right, and they're already in a rocky state, Quad knew that was going to mess her up.
Yeah.
Quad knew that was going to start something. And that's even worse, right? It's like you hate her that much that you want to do this to her on purpose, too. It's not even like for game and play, which is like, I really want to hurt you and want you to make you feel pain. So I thought that was wrong.
Yeah, that was wrong. Roya, what did you have to say about this? But one second, Queen Paradise, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the love and blessings. I truly appreciate it. Okay, go ahead, Roya.
I'm just gonna go over what you said. So the men
Oh,
showing up, yeah, because you know how we do this, you know. So the men showing up, the men showing up. Yes, it was good to see everybody showed up this year because normally someone's always lacking off. Last year, Dr. Damon couldn't come because her and Heavenly's son had COVID, so he had to stay home. But it was good
that's
to see that
right.
everybody was here. Eugene showing off these Louis Vuittons. Mm, hopefully they'll be returning those shoes. And then him saying that Toya, you know, cries easily. He probably says that because he's so used to Toya whining and complaining all the time about not having and not doing and want. So the
Mm.
crying is, you know, probably normal to him. As far as Heavenly asking about the liens. Andy asked Heavenly, do you think it was smart for Toya to sell her house? Which is why she made the comment about, well, if I had debt and owed money, yes, it would be smart, you know, da 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 da. So I don't think Heavenly was being messy with that. I just think, you know, if she did have liens and she made $1 million, it would be smart to pay those liens off. Quad saying that she wanted to hurt Toya. I really, 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 I know Fifi, they probably won't, but I love that Quad was honest about it. How many people can honestly say that, you know, you hurt me and I honestly just had to hurt you back because I've been
Right.
taking it and taking it and taking it. And I just respect that Quad was honest and, you know, did that. Her and Anila, I'm really interested to see that if we make it into next season with this full cast, how that relationship is going to turn out. Because it seemed like that Anila really didn't want to take responsibility for what she said, but then it also kind of seemed like the Quad was not being 100% true
Come
about
on.
everything that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Toya making $1 million, ma'am. You did not make $1 million. You made 800,000. You know, around that
She
amount.
rounded up. She
So,
rounded up.
no.
She was about to
Juanita,
say
thank
gasoline.
you for the super chat. Hold on, Quad is a hot mess. Quad is a
A
hot
mess.
mess.
Hopefully that Audra can come back this season. It was so good to see, you know, she's getting ready for delivery, getting ready to have the baby. This diva, you have to remember, this is our first Married to Medicine baby. We need a Married to Medicine baby to solidify us as a real show. So this is going to be good.
Okay,
And
we do
then
need a
last,
baby.
we
Okay, you're
do.
right, but go ahead.
And then
Mm-hmm.
least, Toya, Simone, I believe that she told Heavenly that, and Heavenly told Quad. Andy did hold Simone accountable for that. Unfortunately, it got edited out according to what Heavenly told us on yesterday. But her foot was held to the fire on some of the things that she said. It just got cut out.
Okay. Here we go again. Says, does anyone else notice how gangster Toya gets with Anila? They all do. They all do.
Yes.
But reserves the smoke when it comes to Quad. 100%. I don't get it. I'm not getting it. I think it's messy. And I also think, like I said, I told everybody earlier, if you're just coming in the building, Funky Daniva interviewed Contessa, and Contessa was like, she doesn't feel that Anila fits in the show because she is
Mhm.
Ooh.
not because she said she is not someone that they would normally like this. They're not a group that, like, if it wasn't for the show, would they be hanging out with Anila? I thought that was so unfair. I thought that was messy because you're not even hanging out with Dr. Heavenly.
She not
So
hanging out with Dr. Heavenly. She don't hang out with Dr. Jackie. She don't hang out with Simone in real life. You don't hang out with Toyo in real life. So stop. That's what I'm
The fact that
saying.
she said
She
that,
sat on there and just talked in lies and in circles. Honey, get out of
why
here.
is
Like,
Contessa allowed to say that? But if Ramona Singer said it, it would have been a whole different discussion.
that's a problem too, Sebastian. Now we ain't about to walk down that road right now,
But we
True.
but
have
I
to.
don't. But
We
I
have
don't
to call it on
disagree with
both
you.
sides, unfortunately.
I don't disagree with you on that. But hold on, Cars, what do you think about Toya, this whole situation, her crying? Now let's not skip over the fact that the woman said she was lonely. Okay, She said she felt like, you know, she was alone in her marriage. Does anyone knows how that feels? Her man is working, and it doesn't help that we'll get to the man later. But now he has like he was leaving the ER, but he didn't leave the ER, and now he has 17 more jobs. I think he just doesn't want to go home. But we'll get there when we get there. Warrior, what did you want to say?
I just want to hop on that real quick about Toya and the lonely feeling.
Yeah.
That made me, that really, y'all know how I feel about Toya. That really put a little special place in my heart for Toya.
Well,
because I
amen.
know what it feels like to feel, not be alone, but to feel alone and to feel like you have no one there. And that is a very lonely, lonely place to be in. So my heart really goes out to her for that specific reason. But I wish that we could see a softer side of Toya. I feel like Toya puts up that facade that everything is always okay and we're good and we don't have no issues and da 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 da. So you really can't be mad when people don't call and check on when you put out the reflection that everything is good. You can't. That would be like Jackie expecting her to reach out to her. Jackie do not talk about her business. Jackie, you wouldn't do that. So,
right. You know what, Roy? Hold on 1 second. Here we go again. That's why we have these conversations, because y'all solve a lot of things. You hit the nail on the head. Toya feeling lonely explains why she tries to fill that void with material things at the expense of her family finances. Boom. That's it right there. She's trying to buy love. She's trying to figure out what to do. She's trying to build the next big thing. And all she wants is a hug from Eugene. But Eugene, he's tired. Okay. He done work 80 hours in the ER. Now he's going down to the Walmart and working there too. Now he's the director of Hospice. And he got this other job. Come on, Eugene. Now the woman's crying out saying she just needs you in the bed next to her awake, maybe 1 or 2 nights. And now you're never going to be awake. He's always going to be asleep. Eugene doesn't get it. But on the flip side, he probably needs those 7 jobs because he got to pay the 7 liens. But I'm just saying. But you did hit the nail on the head, and we appreciate you. Curves, what do you want to add to the conversation?
And he needs to pay for those Louboutins that he wore to the reunion if he's gonna keep them, right?
Yeah.
What is that? Royer, you had mentioned that, you know, Toya and her tears, because we do always see those a lot. But you guys know what? I used to have this friend, and she loved drinking vodka. And after like the 8th glass of vodka, straight carcass out, she would start crying about practically anything. And we know that Toya does like to drink a little bit. Perhaps the depression that we're seeing could be related to something else that she needs to talk to somebody, because to be crying on national TV about still being lonely. How many reunions have there been, you guys? And how many reunions has Toya been happy in her marriage? That's what? So like she has something in her that being filled with the void of material items is only causing the problem, because then he's out of the house more. So she's her own issue at this point. And I do have a super duper soft spot also for her, because yes, like we all have had that. I mean, I've had it. I know. And it's a universal thing. I'm a micro of the macro. And I have been so lonely in a room full of people. Like I had an invisible coat on or something, and just like feeling unseen. You know what I mean? And just like, so I feel her on that respect. But that's still not a super excuse for how aggressive she constantly is with everybody. Enough about Toya. And
okay, wait, Curse. Hold on 1 second. Tugger, don't do that. Don't do that. Toya is full of it. Toya only wants Eugene home so he can cook, watch the kids, so she can hit those streets. That's not nice. Don't do that. Don't do that to Toya. Okay. Wait, Charlene. Charlene, those liens was paid. Can we just stop? So Charlene, you're a big Toya fan. I don't got nothing against Toya.
I'm gonna have to
All
look
right,
that up.
if you did the research and the liens were paid, I'm happy for it. But Charlene, we gotta be truthful, Charlene. There is a mismanagement of the funds on Toya and Eugene's part. Ever since we were introduced to them, we have talked about moving and money problems. We gotta call a thing a thing. And listen, I like Toya. I want to see Toya win. But Charlene, we gotta call a thing a thing. Ever since we met them, the footage, they showed the footage. They've been moving, they've been paying, they've been getting out of debt, they've been throwing debt parties that we won. We paid our bill, we paid the IRS back. And the next day, the day after they paid the IRS, what did they do? They went shopping and they was back in debt again. We're just trying to help them. We like them as a couple and we want to see them win. But thank you, Charlene, and thanks for being here. So Curves, go ahead and finish off. But let me say this. This is where I connected with Toya's story, right? Toya is saying that I'm in a relationship. I got a man here. I shouldn't be feeling lonely. So it's like, how do you feel lonely when you got a whole husband and y'all got a life together, but yet you still feel like you're alone? So you're married and you feel like you're alone. You know, so it's rough. Marriage is definitely a roller coaster ride, but she doesn't see the correlation of if you spend, how can Eugene cut back and do one job and be home? But go ahead, Kurtz.
I don't know that there's like a full on, you can't be an ER teledoctor, right? They don't pay the same. So she needs to chill out. But Andy asked the question, and freaking Dr. Heavenly, being the honest woman that she is, with the weapon that is truth these days, answered a question. And of course, we take it like that was a thought in the front of her mind all day, but it was just answering a question. So I just don't understand how Heavenly keeps on answering questions honestly and then getting in trouble for it. That's one thing. And I don't know why the weapon is the truth and the truth is a weapon. Like, aren't they there to tell what happened from their point of view, right? So, and she's answering honestly. She didn't lie on the stage.
Oh my God.
She didn't lie.
Curves, I love you. I love you. But you know what? We let's deal with the footage, right? Let's deal with the footage. They showed 99 previous reunions, and Dr. Heavenly's situation was always the same. Her mouth is a problem, okay? So we cannot deny y'all could
Just
be a
like
heavenly
Toya's
angel.
finances is a problem, but we still continue to allow those things to happen.
Right.
Oh my. Go ahead, Curve, so I can get shade in the hood in this conversation.
Right. You know, that's pretty much it. Were we wrapping up? Because I got something for everybody. But
okay.
We're just right there on Toya and her crying and Eugene showing off his Louboutins that he needs to return. Did we get all the way to Kiran saying it's still funny? Because I still think it's funny.
Well, we're going to get there. But shade in the hood, you're in the building. Are you feeling for Toya? And did you catch the shade from Dr. Jackie? For her to be a doctor, I'm going to need her to see a therapist, right?
Please.
Because she's still pissed. She's not mad. She's pissed.
Yes.
That Toya told her that the reason why Curtis cheated on her is because he was lonely. All she was saying is the same thing, she knows because she's lonely too, right? So all she's saying is Curtis was home, you was delivering babies, you was charting all night, you never came home late next time and did a little coochie coo, so he got lonely and he found somebody that was in his ear and he slipped up and messed up. That's all that Toya said to her. And Dr. Jackie will never forget it. Dr. Jackie know how to hold on to a grudge real tight, and she don't let go.
She's holding Toya speaking from experience, though.
Ooh.
Hey, it's time for Shay to talk here.
Hold on, Roy. Shade in the hood. Go ahead. What was you going to say?
I let you guys talk for 10 minutes, okay? So, did you mention anything about what is it, that member from Migos that passed away? I keep forgetting his name.
His name is Takeoff.
Takeoff, yeah. Prayers for Takeoff. That was such a sad situation. About Toya, do I feel sorry for her? I wonder if, let's say, if she left the show, would this marriage still function outside of it? Because, that's my biggest question. I just don't think they have, I don't feel they have a lot of chemistry.
Toya and
That's,
Eugene.
yeah, I don't feel they have, I mean, they respect each other. You can see the respect, but when it comes to respect and chemistry, those are two different things here. So I just think that if the show wasn't there, would they still be a couple? I sometimes feel that they would head into divorce, but that's my personal opinion. Do I feel sad for Toya being alone? I say yeah, because every season we see her alone. So we have to have a little bit of sympathy for her.
Well, amen.
And you know what? I don't think, I mean, she's complained about, what is it, Eugene's work schedule, but I don't think I've ever seen her at a reunion emphasize it to the point where she's in the verge of tears. So I think that she's in a very rocky situation with him. And if Eugene, you know what, I'm going to actually have to put some blame on him as well, because he's known this situation. And instead of just, and I could blame Toya for the finances. I could understand during that period of time, he needed to work to pay off any debt, liens, whatever they had going on financially. But at some point, you bear the responsibility of whether you want to improve your relationship.
Yes.
And I don't feel that he is taking those steps. I mean, did you see how he acted backstage? Oh, look, my wife is crying. Well, I wonder why she's crying, Eugene. You're just not paying enough attention to her. So, yeah. About Dr. Jackie, she grated my nerves when it came to the Toya conversation topic. I mean, yeah, was Toya out of line for saying that Dr. Curtis, if that's his name, felt lonely and that's why he cheated? I always felt that comment was inappropriate, but I don't think it came from a place of maliciousness. I just think
I agree.
And for Jackie to just act so standoffish and act as if she's above reproach, I'm thinking, lady, I just wish you were off the show because you keep defending the wrong people.
Thank you.
Oh, shoot. Amen.
Every season, I'm tired of you. I mean, where is this smoke for Heavenly? Where, because wasn't she the one that got involved in the middle of your friendship with Simone? I mean, I never see you hold that lady accountable. So I'm tired of that, and I'm tired of Simone. Not Simone. What is it? Jackie going soft on Quad as well. I mean, it's just she has this whole detachment going on where she doesn't involve herself in the drama. You notice that she always detaches herself from the drama, but we can clearly see that. What was it? Wasn't it at this point during the reunion where she said, "Oh, Simone, Toya, Contessa, I'm not going to treat my dear friend Heavenly like you guys are doing." I'm thinking, lady,
Jackie is nasty.
I'm tired of the nice, nasty routine she has going on. I'm just sick of it. I wish she would. I mean, she's integral to the show, but she really knows how to get underneath your nerves and your skin at the same time.
I agree. She's nice, nasty. She holds a grudge.
Disgusting.
She's messy with her mouth.
You know what? Despite Quad, because I can't stand her, I feel that Jackie's the worst out of everyone on the show.
Now, I think she should sit at the end of the couch sometimes, but I don't think she's the worst on the show. I think that we could start with the people that need to get help, maybe taking a pause and getting help and adding somebody new, but not necessarily getting.
Well, you know why I say she's the worst? I don't say it because of her actions on the show. It's just when you see Heavenly and Quad, at least they're real and upfront. Whereas Jackie is just so duplicitous. I'm just sick of it.
Come on, Shade in the Hood. Come on now. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, the thing is, right, Jackie wants to be seen as, and I may not be pulling the right words out of my brain now. And Fifi, thank you so much. The word of the night is detachment. I love it. I may not be pulling out the right words. She wants to be seen as being sophisticated, the woman of reason on the show, the one that pulls everybody together when things and relationships are falling apart. Shady church lady. Yeah, I like that with Dr. Jackie. Shady church lady, because my
You
thing
wrong.
is, huh?
You wrong for that.
Yeah, I'm
Shady
trying to
church
tell you,
lady.
shady
She
church lady,
is a shady
because
church
she's
lady.
very, her look. Let me tell you this. I will never take this away from Jackie. Right, her look is pristine. She's a very class act when it comes to her actual look, but you can catch the shade and the looking down on you from Jackie. She looks down. She sits up high and looks down low, and she even does it. She even does it to Simone, right? When it came to Audra at the table, when she said she was pregnant, she was like, who's gonna be the doctor? I think Curtis asked her, who's gonna be the doctor? She's like, me, of course. Okay, me, of course. Like, so she does stuff like that, right? And then here's the thing. Again, with Dr. Heavenly, she wants to sit there, she'll tell everybody else how they dead wrong. But when it comes to Heavenly, oh, I'm not gonna do my friend like that. You did Simone like that.
Right.
And you and her used to study how to get them catch the babies out together. So you did Simone dirty, but now you wouldn't dare. You wouldn't
But I
dare
don't
do
feel
that
like
to
she
Dr.
did Simone
Heavenly.
dirty. She
Right.
didn't do
Simone
Simone
dirty.
dirty. Let's throw it all the way back since we're gonna go here. Really, since
Come on, let's go there. Let's get
if
down.
we go all the way back, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone used to actually have an office together.
Yes.
They had an office together. And
Uh-huh.
Dr. Jackie said that Simone, she just didn't work enough for Jackie. And Simone said that Jackie did too much for her, which is why they went off and separated into their own offices. So it was never an issue of, I personally feel it was never an issue of Dr. Jackie looking down on Simone. She just didn't have the same work ethic. And I don't want to even say that. Jackie has nothing but spare time. She has no children. She doesn't spend time with Curtis like that. So work,
So that's why Curtis was
life,
Needed
lonely.
to.
That's why Curtis was lonely.
yes, but that doesn't justify him to go out and cheat.
I'm
So
not saying it
because
does.
Toya lonely, she should go out and do stuff too. Like, no. But that's why they left off. And then I don't think that she doesn't hold Heavenly accountable. I just don't think it's on a public platform from everybody to see. Like I said, I'm not gonna check my friend in public in front of everybody. Like,
He checked Simone in
I'm gonna
public.
check you in private. When
He
did she
checked,
check
but
Simone in
but
public?
when she got mad about the whole Buffy thing, that
Because
was
Simone
the
didn't stand for
downpour.
her.
That's
That
the
was the
real Jackie.
downpour of
That's
his
the real
marriage.
Jackie.
We got to keep it 100. We got to
But
keep it
that's
100.
because she knew that Simone was the ultimate one that told the business, to the point where Jackie was like, "Oh, I could talk about this."
It's a
Because
thing.
Talk about that in
like
public
that
like that.
kind of information,
And
not
then
only
we
from
never
Dr. Simone,
seen
but
in
from
a
Buffy also. So it was public knowledge, but just not in that room from Jackie's mouth. But everybody already
Hold
knew.
on, guys. Hold on 1 second, and then True
But
Clearly, I'm
it
gonna let you in
still
the building. Hold on 1 second.
could have
True and
been not
Blue,
said.
thank you for the super chat. The word for Dr. Jackie is called aloof, right? That's why Curtis almost threw up in his mouth when she said he was making her moist. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that was gross, right? Because she's Juanita. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jackie's very snobbish. Yes, she is. She toots her nose up at people. She's full of it. I'm trying to tell you. But
like Jackie.
yes, she is.
I don't know
So,
why I like
Miss True Kelly,
like
what would you like to add to this conversation? Because now the Heavenly Angels, we love them, but now they want to make an excuse for Jackie, and she's sitting up high with her nose in the air, with her legs crossed. I would never.
Eva, what did
I
you call
would
Jackie?
never. Hold on, guys. I would never throw my friend under the bus and do like y'all do. Girl, go ahead, Miss True Kelly.
And she does it.
Jackie was so mad at Simone for Simone telling her that she was wrong for telling that woman's business at a public fundraiser or gala or something like that.
That was embarrassing.
Why would you do that? Even if the friend group know, That's people that we don't even know. People Buffy don't know. Why would
Yeah,
you put
that
her
was
business out like
dramatic.
that? She was
That
wrong, and
was
Simone
dramatic.
told her she was wrong, and Jackie was pissed. Remember at that dinner table, no one could talk to Jackie. Jackie wouldn't let no one tell her that she was wrong, and she would not listen to anyone. And that's when Heavenly was an attack dog. She jumped up and she started cursing everybody out because Jackie was getting under pressure. And so that's why Jackie stays by Heavenly, because Jackie doesn't have to fight if Heavenly's there.
Did you know that Jackie was about to pop a vein though?
She was. She was.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hilarious.
I'm trying to tell you. Wait, B and BJ, thank you so much for the super chat. She's classy, but she is mean spirited and shady.
Very.
Come on, I'm glad y'all seeing what I'm seeing here.
I
She
kind of
is
feel
not
like
all innocent.
she
Wait,
embodies
And nobody's saying
her
that she's
sorority.
innocent.
She's totally a sorority girl. Through
Yeah.
and through.
Diva, what did you call Jackie? Shady what?
Green.
Shady church lady. Somebody in the
Shady
chat
church,
gave it to
You know what? You know
Shady
what vibe she
church
gives me? Shady mortician.
No,
Oh.
no, she's a
Shady
sorority.
mortician.
She's cold
She's
though.
still
Jackie's very
friends
cold.
with her. She's
the
very sorority.
the conversation about Heavenly and them at dinner and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why Jackie was so upset about that situation, because how many times do I have to apologize to you
That was the part.
in regards to what happened? I have apologized to you already. So why do you continue to bring it up every time we're in a group event? If I've apologized for it, why are we still talking about it?
Royer, what about Jackie forgiving Mariah? I mean, that baby comment still sinks deep with her.
It does.
Yes, it does. She's a grudge holder. She's a grudge holder. Mariah must apologize to the day she got kicked off the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? She probably sending her apologies to this moment. So she can hold a grudge about that, but she wants Buffy to give over the fact that they did a public autopsy of her uterus.
But I feel like she was still cordial with Mariah all the time. Like, it was never a situation where
it was fake cordial though. Fake cordial.
Like, okay, but it was still cordial.
Bye, Anita. Have fun. So, okay. 2,000 times over and over. Okay, so listen. Okay, so Anila and Quad on the break, they have a little fight. They get into it, right? They get into it because I really truly believe that Quad knows she threw Anila under the bus. Anila felt like she said, I feel like I'm getting ganged up on. Because Anila, girlfriend, if you listening, you were. They was putting everything on your back, okay? They was throwing everything on your back. It was Team Dumb against you. And you survived, though, Anila. And that's why I'm always going to give it up to you and your husband, because y'all own your stuff. Y'all stand in your stuff. Y'all don't back down. And y'all in this thing to win it, okay? But I do like the moment that her and Quad had. She told Quad, give me a kiss. Let's just make up. Anila knows how to keep
that was awful.
Yeah, but you know what's up? It was awful, right? But I tell you what, Anila know how to keep this reality money check. She not about to lose that check, and neither is Dr. Karen. That's why when the men met up, Dr. Karen said, guess what? He said, come on, Eugene, you know what's funny, okay? And he said, and Andy asked him, do you want to apologize now pretty much? Do you now that you know that you hurt him? Do you want to apologize? And would you have done it differently? Dr. Karen was like, no, it's funny. Y'all move. What's so funny? So my thing is though, and wait, Anila said she came up with the idea of the costume. And then Dr. Cameron said he took it over the top with the truck. But see, here's my problem. Eugene and Toya are so pissed over that, right? But they was okay. Eugene helped Toya and told Toya it was a good idea to take that diva shirt to Quad's house for her Hollis Slade party. You made up a whole basket and y'all thought that was a funny jokey joke. So why can you do a jokey joke on Quad, but when someone does it on you, it's overkill, it's over the top, it's dead wrong, it's not funny. Y'all talk, because what did diva stand for? It was something about divorce and this and that or the whatever. It was nothing positive. So why was that okay? But what Dr. Karen and Anila did to you, it was the end all be all. I didn't get that. Anybody?
I will say, you know what? I did a recap, and I said during my recap that I felt Anila got played by both Quad and Heavenly because when Anila said she felt ganged up, you could see that Quad felt no pity or remorse for her. So that's a clear indication she threw Anila underneath the bus, right there.
Charlene, yeah, Quad did make a basket for Toya, and then Toya returned the favor. But what my point is that you can be shady. It's okay for you to be shady, but since they did that to you, now it's a big problem. That's what I didn't get. You what's so funny, Roy?
Just the basket. I love that. That's my.
Yeah, it was the basket. And what did Diva stand for? Diva stood for something negative. It was
Divorce.
And empowered, vivacious.
I forgot, but it wasn't
Something,
anything.
I don't know.
She was being messy. She was
Yes.
being messy with it. So go ahead. DV, you're in the building. What did you want to add to this conversation?
Hi, everyone. I love each of you. But I just want to bring up one quick thing
Sure.
about Toya. Well, let me start with Jackie. Jackie is a master manipulator.
Come
She
on.
played everybody at that Blue Ridge cabin like a puppet.
Yes, she
She's
did.
not a therapist, she's a gynecologist. They needed a therapist.
She's a
Period.
shady
So
mortician.
everybody, a blind man could see that Heavenly and Contessa were not ready to talk, and she kept pushing that issue.
Yes, she
So
did.
so that's it for Jackie. Anila and Karen need to go. They are so disrespectful. I agree with Contessa 100%. The reason I say that is the thing with Toya and Quad threw the shade first at her a couple of seasons ago with the basket. When she bought the basket and said, "This is how you need to live while you owe taxes." So so I get the T-shirt. That was what that was for. Now for Neela and Toya had been friends like they were the first season that Neela came on and they did the U-Haul thing. It would have been funny, but you know they were beefing. You knew that was her throwing digs at Toya. It wasn't funny. It may have been funny a season ago, but it wasn't funny when they did it. And for Karen not to apologize, I didn't like that. That was rude.
But DB, the thing is, so everybody else can do jokey jokes, right? But then when they do it, they're rude, they're messed up, it was dead wrong, don't make fun of them. They made fun of Quad. And let's not forget, and I like Toya, right? But let's not forget, she called Quad's townhouse a BS townhouse.
Yeah, that
So
Quad and Toya do go back and forth.
you making fun of somebody's finances. What's wrong with a townhouse?
And she tried to play Anila's first season, talking about she wasn't paying people. That she just running around not paying people.
Did she pay? But did she pay that person in DC? Did we ever see her pay that person in DC? Because she kept saying she lost her money. Did she ever come with receipts that she paid that person? That's my whole thing. Okay, so next season, I want Eugene and Toya to dress up as burglars. Let's do what Toya said she was gonna do.
No,
that's funny.
But that's
funny.
not funny. That's messy. Because no. No, that's being messy, right? Because it's one thing to joke about something, but somebody truly broke into my house and now you're gonna dress up as a burglar. Trust me, if they do that, it won't go over well with the audience.
Toya going to jail.
Yeah, she going to jail. Okay. And especially because you know what? We're not clear yet on who knew what. Okay.
Exactly.
I think because they're all against Anila, they're holding back some info. Somebody knows something, and I listen. Allegedly, I don't know what words you got to use. I think Carmita knows something. Carmita knows something.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Even not Carmita, baby D.
But when do we stick together as a culture, as a race of people? They on TV accusing a professional black man and his family of plotting to rob someone. That's not cool.
So DV, let me ask you this. Okay.
Okay.
We are a group of friends, right?
Right.
All of us on here are a group of friends.
Right.
And we on TV.
Oh
Our
Lord.
significant others are doctors,
2%,
right?
you ready?
Okay, Roy. I see where you're
I
going, but go ahead.
tell, me and you have beef, right? Me and
Right.
you have beef, we fall out. I bring Curves to Diva's group event, and I've been telling Curves, me and DV, we've been having issues, da 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 da. If she say something, da 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 da. We are in a group setting. Curves comes up to you, you say something to piss her off or something that offends her, she knocks you upside your head, right?
Right.
2 days later, we live in the same neighborhood. I have an event at my house. Curves is there. Your house mysteriously gets robbed all of a sudden. Not knowing that Sebastian called you and said, "Hey, I heard that Royer said that there's a hit out on you." Would you not question me as an individual if someone came to you and said, "I heard that there was a hit out on you at Diva's house. You got hit upside the head, knocked on the floor by my
Come on.
friend."
Come on.
Do the dots
I
not
hear.
connect that you would think that maybe there was something that I possibly, not that I fully did it, or maybe I didn't do it, but would it just make you not think like,
Had knowledge of it.
now Royer,
I didn't.
we was
I
having
agree
beef.
with. I
And
hear you, and
Sebastian and him are best of friends. And Sebastian told me that there was a hit out on me according to Royer. And Curves did come to Diva's house and hit me. Is that not going to
look.
Come
connect
on,
for you?
DV. Come on,
Look,
DV.
I love Curves and you, Roy. That's why I'm letting y'all get away with this tonight. Y'all like, okay, I see y'all's point. I
Oh,
do.
so
I
DV,
see
you a
y'all's
heavenly
point, but
angel? You a heavenly
I'm so
angel?
I'm a heavenly angel, but I can't stand Jackie. I cannot stand
It's
Jackie.
okay.
I
It's
love
okay.
Heavenly, but Jackie is a mess. But back to Anila really
Love
quickly.
my prayer.
Anila, not the robbery part. I don't think that's cool at all. But until Anila can stand, have some backbone, she's gonna continue to get drugged. So everything that they're doing to her, that they said to her at the reunion, she deserved.
Whoa,
All she had
whoa.
to, all she
Okay.
had to, all she had to do was own the fact that, yep, I sat around and I talked about you, Toya, with everybody else.
She did.
But
Yep, I
but
think
but
you had Botox, Toya.
Simone was the bone carrier. Simone
Oh
started it,
yeah,
but
I can't
but
stand
hold
her
but
either.
hold on one second. Fifi, thank you for the super chat. It's very low vibrational. Very low vibrational, y'all. I agree with you, Fifi. To gain up on Vanilla. Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
She's the weakest link. Pick on someone your own size.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Fifi, I totally appreciate that. Thank you. So 2%, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
I can see where Royale is coming from, where you might think somebody has something to do with it, but that's only if you're weak-minded and you fall for the okay. This is my opinion, that if somebody put the thought in your head first, right? Because everybody's at a party and we're beefing, because I'm beefing with what's the Carrie, because I'm beefing with Carrie down the street, doesn't mean that because now I got broken into, it has something to do with her, unless somebody put that thought in my head, i.e. Quad, right? I think Quad always, don't come for me, Quad. I think always has something set. She always has something nasty to say, always has something that she loves to play. She always goes for the weakest link and always puts something in their head. So unless that thought came into her mind, and she could have walked all of that back if she did the same thing. Quad beat her to it. If she could have came to it and said, you know what, I was feeling some kind of way, and I was, what do they say? I was feeling froggy and I jumped into the wrong pond. That's really what she did. You know what I mean?
I like that.
It's my apologies, that I could have insinuated that on you, considering that you come from that you have this kind of lifestyle, and that you may even have heard that something might be going down, you know what I mean? That like people don't like me in the neighborhood and something could be happening. But I apologize, just like Quad did. I apologize that I said that, and I said that on national TV, and I put that on you because it really, you know, it's probably 9 times out of 10 it probably wasn't you, but I was misled or misguided. And she could have come out before Quad and did that, because I feel like Quad's apology was heartless. I felt like it was an empty apology. And you know what? If I was Toya, I would have had to stop her midst of it and said, you know what? You can keep all of that, because you're not coming in a sincere place, because you're the one who sent the other girl, the other neighbor girl, to with her. You know what I mean?
See, that's what I'm saying. 2%. Let me say this to you real quick. 2%. Very pretty. And I hear you. I hear you. But we're gonna have to talk. I have to talk to you for a minute here. Okay, we're gonna talk for a minute, because they're gaining up on Anila. Anila even said we all was talking. So why y'all throwing all the smoke and the heat and the rocks and the grenades and the bombs in my chair? Come on, then the fire. Come on, Curve.
The reason why we're throwing you under the bus is because you don't know how to defend yourself. You know what I mean? We know that you're not going to be able to protect yourself. You sit here and you talk in circles, and therefore, we know this is on national TV. We've been on this show I don't remember 8, 9, 7, 6, 12 years. So we already know how to play this game, and we know how to get ahead of it. And we know that you a silly goose, that you over here not even like taking care of yourself. So why not? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't
Diva, call her by her name though.
Quad, obviously, I'm not a fan of Quad, and I'm certainly not a fan of what do they call a shady church lady?
Jack.
Not the shady church lady, the shady mortician.
Yes, she is. She's deceptive as deception can get. So therefore, like, why wouldn't they use her? Like, if they're all playing a nasty game and they know that she's not going to be able to protect herself and defend herself, why not throw her under the bus? And plus, she's silly. She doesn't stand on her own. If she really felt that, she should have stuck with it and not played herself and let the producers play her like they did when she was up in the mountains, like, I had nothing to do with it.
So hold on, because I have a comment for that. But Smoke, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation? But before you add, let me just read this. Here we go again. Said Diva, my sister said the reason Eugene and Toya got so mad about Karen and Anila showing up in the moving truck is because they low-key got scared that they was really getting thrown out.
Yep. They were sensitive about it.
He did look a little freaked out. He looked a little traumatized.
Yeah.
Oh God, Smoke, you're in the building, but hold on, Smoke. Twin sister B, unfortunately, because I've never seen you before, I'm the only one that can see you. You're gonna have to show me your face real quick, and then you can put your avatar back up before I let you up. Because I had some crazy stuff going on over here. So if you want me to bring you up, I appreciate it. Love you. You can go back on your avatar and I'll bring you up. Thank you. I see you. You're good. You're good. You can put it back.
Did you ask the question about Anila? Did anyone believe that Anila didn't know anything about this Zaina chick? Because I don't believe her.
No, I don't think she did.
Diva, did you ask the question?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let me let Smoke. Go ahead, Smoke. Come in the building. Then I'm gonna go to Twin Sister B. Smoke. What do you want to add to this conversation?
To be honest, I don't think that Anila knew about the thing happening with Toya sleeping with whomever. And even I watched Funky Daniva's review, and he's confirmed because he's in that circle. He said, and the same thing Quad said, yes, Toya was sleeping around, but we had the wrong person. And I do believe Simone was the one that put the air out about basically Toya was sleeping around, because Toya will speak to Simone more candidly than she would the other lady. So she's sitting here going after Quad and Anila. She need to be looking at Dr. Easter Bunny for all we know, and all the shenanigans she may pull in, because I don't trust the OBGYN who would align with me because they don't want my sister to sue her for messing up my pregnancy or whatever surgery I was having. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Drops mic.
Okay, wait, Twin Sister B, you're in the building. Welcome. This is the first time. What do you want to add to this conversation? Can you hear me, Twin Sister B?
I think she got a phone call.
Oh, okay. She got a phone call. Okay. All right. No problem.
I want to say good night, you guys. I'm going back in the chat. Thanks for hearing me out.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you for coming through. So, 2%. So let me say this. I know they're jumping up and gaining on the wink and slink, right? Mm-hmm. I get that. What do you want to add to this conversation?
Hi. Yes, this is my
Hi.
first
Can you
time.
hear me?
Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes, I can, but you got to turn off your
Can
other
you hear me?
browser. Yes, we can, but turn off everything else. But I can hear you. I think she went back on mute. Okay. So they are jumping on the weakest link. They really are. But we got to give her credit. She's not folding easily. Okay. At that Holland Slave party, she got the hands put on her. She could have taken that situation and ran with it as a storyline, but she did not. Okay. And so all I'm saying is that her and Dr. Karen, they're standing up to the test of time. If Contessa feels that she shouldn't be on there, I'm sure there might be some other people that feel that she shouldn't be on there. But guess what? She's staying there. She's
That's another
showing up.
goofy one.
She's doing what she got to do. And she's standing up against those ladies.
But that's
Okay.
problematic what Contessa's saying. It's very problematic. And I'm
It
tired
is
of Contessa and her
problematic.
behavior. The amount of problematic stuff Contessa has done this season is unremarkable.
Mhm.
She has shown up to this woman's Diwali party with a Native American outfit on. Wasn't it a Native American outfit? Yes. She
Yeah.
has done
No, she
so
didn't.
it's
Well, you know what? I don't want to go down that route right now,
If
Sebastian.
Ramona Singer said what Contessa said about we don't think we would hang around Anila outside of the show, if Ramona said that about Ebony, it would be making national headlines. Oh my God, Ramona is a racist. Look what she said about Ebony. No, this is completely wrong what Contessa's saying. Contessa needs to be put on
But no, it's kind of not,
Yeah,
Sebastian,
Contessa
because
does
if you
need to
look
go.
at the group dynamics and you kind of look at before Anila came, I could believe that Quad, Toya, Contessa, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Simone, and Dr. Jackie, they would naturally hang out as a group of friends because they have similarities and they have more in common. Granted, Anila is still finding her feet on the show, and like we should give her a chance, but I don't think her comment was that out of pocket where it's like,
It was very
she's
much
basically
out of
saying
pocket.
like it has to make sense.
Wait, wasn't Contessa boring her first 2 seasons?
Exactly. Y'all can hang around with Carrie though, but y'all can't hang around with Anila.
Yeah,
Carrie is messy, but
I'm
she's a
Carrie
messy
connecting
called
with
him
one.
to
you,
help.
Sebastian. But hold on. Let me just throw this into the game. I don't want to get too far off down this path. But what did they say that about Garcelle?
It,
Oh, I
So
would
so
be
so
on
so
here
on
talking.
the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I don't think just in the regular everyday average situation that those group of ladies would be hanging with Garcelle. So what would be the difference? But if one of them said that in an interview about Garcelle, this whole internet would be on fire. It would be
Literally.
somebody would literally blow it up. It
exactly.
would be on fire. Every blog would be doing a recap of that interview and losing their natural mind. So
But
I do go ahead, 2%.
but they did. But Lisa Rinna had a. Lisa Rinna was actually friends with not and friends very loosely, but I think they did hang around Garcelle because I do think that Garcelle has like Hollywood clout, like you know.
Denise
I
as
think
well.
I think
They
they
modeled
do.
together, like
Huh?
when they were very young. They crossed paths modeling, didn't they?
Yeah, so I think that they would. I think Garcelle's on a different. So Garcelle has made a name for herself in Hollywood now. You know, Gabor may have a little bit something different to say about Garcelle's accolades, but they do. I think they would hang out with Garcelle, so I wouldn't put Garcelle on the same playing field. Anila is a pick-me. Anila is a true pick-me where she just wants to like, and I think when they hired her, they said you are gonna be. I think they kind of are using her as a space holder for Mariah. Like considering Mariah's background, she brought that vibe of like a different culture and all that other stuff. So when they got rid of Mariah, they had to bring in. I feel like that's what they did is they just put some like a placeholder, and Anila is a placeholder, but she cannot stand on her own 2 feet. Like she doesn't hold. Why she got to bring her mama to the O party? Come
But
on,
see, I don't
Mariah
understand
brought
why
her
that
mama
was a
around.
problem. But
to the
hold on,
O
give me
party.
a second. Yeah, give me a second, guys. Twin B, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation? We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Can
Go
you
ahead.
hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hi.
Joanne.
Hey, I'm so
Welcome.
happy to be here. I'm
Hi.
watching in the shadows. I just got the courage to start chatting and come on to say hi. I love the way you run this panel, Ziva, and I like all of the comments that are being said. I am a heavenly angel.
Oh
Amen.
God, we got another one. All right, whatever.
I'm a, I'm a heavenly angel. I rock with heavenly because I understand her brass, commentary on everything. You know what I'm saying? She's upfront. She's to the point. Most people from big cities are like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Other people will try to give it to you, but they'll try to put that little sugar on top of it or whatever. People from big cities, they're not going to sugarcoat it. They just going to give it to you straight. So that's what I understand about Dr. Heavenly. Dr.
okay.
Jackie, yes, she is a shady church lady, but she's a necessary shady church lady because at the end of the day, in the church, you do have to go to the church mother every once in a while to get what it is that you need, right? So sometimes those shady church ladies are necessary. You be like, oh, there goes sister so-and-so. But there comes a point in time where you got to go to sister so-and-so. So she is necessary, all right? Can the church say amen? So
Twins. She's the
Yes.
shady
Amen.
mortician. The shady
Well,
mortician.
Amen.
I
listen,
Amen.
appreciate her.
Twin B. I don't know if this church gonna say amen, but I'll say, well.
Amen.
Okay, Toya
Yeah.
is the cause of her own problem. She is working Eugene so much that it forces her to be at home and to be alone. And not unfortunately, but a lot of times marriages work out like that. Your husband might be working a different shift. You going to work. You might be on a morning shift. He might be on an evening shift. But they have to learn how to be able to come together on the times when the little bit of times that they do have. And when he's away at work, amassing all the millions of dollars that she needs to maintain her lifestyle, she needs to find something to get busy and stay busy.
Well, wait, hold on, Twin B. Now I'll give that an amen. Okay, come on, sister. We about to pass the plate, but go ahead, carry
Yes.
on.
Okay, I don't want to be too long, but okay, running down to the three amigas, Toya, Contessa, and Simone. They made a pact to come against Dr. Heavenly this year, and Contessa is the leader of said pact. But it's a shame that when everybody stops filming, the pack kind of goes back. I guess they're hibernating now. What is it called?
Oh, wow.
Hibernation season.
Oh my
Because
God.
the pack is not sticking together after filming. So it just to me is like it's something that they did for filming. Contessa is a fraud. People were saying it before and nobody believed it. But if you watch every season, she came up with something, particularly in her marriage, a problem that she had, whether it was her going away to school or Scott's doing this to her or this is happening in her marriage. She continuously uses it as a storyline. And probably because Scott said no more, she said, okay, I'm going to flip it and use Dr. Heavenly as our storyline. Dr. Contessa is a very intelligent woman, and I believe most of this is calculated. So that's all I got to say. Quad.
Didn't Contessa emasculate her man too?
Does Dr. Contessa emasculate Dr. Scott? I wouldn't say emasculate. She kind of embarrassed him, and she is trying to push that shame and embarrassment on Dr. Heavenly. She's trying to say Dr. Heavenly caused her husband a certain amount of shame or embarrassment or disgrace when she was the one. And Diva, I love you, Miss Diva. But I saw one of your videos popped up from last year about Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott's marriage, and it says Secret of Lies or something like that, the title said. So from since then, we all know everybody was talking about their marriage because she has continuously made it the topic of conversation.
I love
okay.
You.
Okay. 2%. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. So here's
That
the
was
thing. Thank
excellent.
you for coming through. Hello. Thank you, Heavenly Angels. Y'all in the building today. Y'all representing. You know, I'm going to bring my scissors next time because we got to clip some wings. But I'm going to let y'all fly today, okay? I'm going to let y'all fly today. I will say this. They all get messy, right? But if we had to do a top tier of who is the messiest, I'm sorry, Heavenly Angels. It's your girl, Dr. Heavenly, okay? And then if we have to come to say who comes in second, it's a top billing between, you know, Quad and Simone. Simone throws out little grenades and rocks, and then nobody holds her accountable. She even say, I said it. I was the one that did it. And they act like they didn't hear it.
They skip
And
her.
then they want to blame it on Anila. I don't
She's
get
the
it. And I
Easter
don't
Bunny.
understand it. But listen, let me throw in the guys really quickly. We can't, you know, go through this without talking about the guys and their moment. I love the guys' moment, okay? They said they was watching and drinking. I do feel bad for Dr. Dr. Scott and Dr. Damon. Because you know what? When guys are guys, and when they're buddies, they like to be buddies, right? And so now they were buddies, but they can't even truly be buddies because their wives are beefing. And it's sad, right? Hey, Freddie, thank you so much for the super chat there. Boring Contessa and Simone need to be fired. Woo. Okay, now hold on. Now
Thank you, Freddie.
Okay, don't.
Thank you, Freddie.
Freddie, don't do Freddie, don't do that right now. Hold on now, okay? Hold on
Freddie
now.
is my Virgo
But
brother.
Come on,
I thank
Phaedra.
for that. Yeah,
I
Dr.
was
Jackie.
about to say Phaedra.
Let's keep it 100. Dr. Jackie is boring. I like her, but she boring. Okay, True and Brew, thank you for the super chat. Diva, do you remember when Eugene said that their last move was because he lost 200?
Was it me, or did none of Eugene's reasons match any of Toya's reasons?
None.
No, you're right.
None.
And that's
None.
they just need to be completely honest about what is going on, because these made up stories that you're giving, it's not adding up and it doesn't make sense. How do you go from being the hospital director to working in the ER, and then now you're working at a cancer hospital?
Yes, 3 jobs.
And then you're director as well, but then you still
No,
part-time
hold on
at the
now.
ER.
He's a part-time still at the ER. He works at the cancer treatment center.
Oh, that's nice.
And he's a hospice director, okay? So here's the problem I have with that. Dealing with hospice
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's very emotional. You don't need that job because you're already an emotional wreck, Eugene. You didn't even know if you want to stay in medicine. And now you dealing with hospice where he said he had a problem during COVID because so many people were dying. And now you're the hospice.
Well, here's the thing, Diva. I think with that, I think Eugene is basically feeling like his marriage is on his deathbed, so he might as well just help it speed along the process.
I have something to say about that. I think Eugene, there's a difference between hospice and like COVID. COVID, we saw a lot of people go. We saw young people, we saw kids, we saw middle age, we saw everyone go, and that's completely different from being in hospice, because most of the time in these hospices, it's mostly older cancer.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Not necessarily.
Hospice is
No, it's not.
the final end all be all. Like if you hear
I know, but most of these people are at the end of their life.
That is not true.
No,
that is not true at all.
Sebastian, there are people who are our ages or younger who are in hospice because they have debilitating diseases that they will never recover from.
Yeah, that is not true. And I did pediatrics. I did peds. That's not true. Hospice is across the board. You know, it's just anybody that's at the end of life process from whatever disease or whatever condition they had. And listen, I don't care if your loved one passed because of COVID, a car accident, a disease. Death is death and it's painful. Your loved one could have been 101 or they could have been a baby. And when they go, you are still just as heartbroken. It doesn't matter. So to be the hospice, people that deal in hospice, like those nurses and everything, God bless them, because they are the most compassionate people you will ever meet in your life. And for them to sign up for a job where they know 100% that the person is at the end of the day, this person is going to go and they can deal with it. I couldn't be me. I was crying for people I didn't even know and just saw, and we had to go tell the family, like, that's it. Like, I was like, okay, this is a lot. So to have a job where I know every day, everyone I'm going to meet, I'm going to eventually have to say goodbye to them, team too much. So that's why I don't think him being a hospice director, I don't know if this was the smart move for Eugene, but you know what? Him and Toya together don't make good decisions.
That's why they need to divorce.
Do you think it pays
Why
more
does it-
though? You think it pays more than the ER? Maybe that was
Possibly.
why.
No,
director.
not if he has to do 3 jobs. The reason why you pick up extra jobs is because the one that you have can't sustain your lifestyle. You know, nobody willingly works 3 different jobs unless you're trying to start a business and you have your regular job and then you have some businesses that you're trying to start on the side. But to work for other people for 3 different companies, no one does that if they don't have to.
I have a question though. Didn't Dr. Eugene have a clinic in like season 2 or 3 that Toya was supposed to be running? Like, what happened to that?
Yes,
with
we
the
talked
ID?
about that. I brought that
So
up.
why does
That's
it-
why I said anything
So
that
to piggyback on that,
it falls
Hey,
apart.
Freddie.
Freddie, it's past your
Hey.
bedtime, Freddie. Freddie.
Here's
Okay,
my
so
question.
hold on,
Sebastian,
guys.
how do you know when his bedtime is?
Because we
He's
know
in
it's
London.
late for Freddie. Wait, hold on. Go ahead, 2%, and then I want to let Freddie speak because I know it's late where he's at. Go ahead, 2%.
It's
The
late
only-
here,
I mean,
but I
mine is
always
more of
make
a-
my time for Diva to give
Oh.
my thoughts.
Okay, so go ahead, 2%. What
The
did you
only
want to say?
question I have is, Toya seems to have a knack for rebuilding a beautiful home or building a home from scratch, right? She has a knack for design. She has a knack for
Party planning,
real estate, for even partying or throwing parties. Why doesn't she just do like Robin and have like 10 different careers, like instead of just being a stay-at-home mom?
Toya don't want to work. Toya don't want to work. Toya want to be taken care
She's an
of.
interior designer. Why doesn't she go get her real estate license? You know what I'm saying? Like, she could work with builders. She could be an
event planner.
She had all those checks, you guys. She already doing that.
Well,
But do y'all remember?
So wait,
back in
hold on, everybody. Give me 1 minute. Freddie, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
I wanted to add, but I stand by the fact that boring Contessa and Simone need to be fired off this show. I mean, I do not understand what the hell these women, those two, offer to this show. I mean, Contessa, at this stage, she's just desperate for a storyline. And she's completely U-turning and making out Heavenly to be this villain, even though she was desperate for Heavenly support the previous season. And Contessa really believes in her logic. And then boring Simone wants to support her because Simone's pissed off at the fact that Heavenly is more liked than she is. I mean, throughout the season, I just love the fact that when Heavenly said my man's dick is big, implying that Eugene's dick is small, that made me laugh a lot. I just loved Heavenly's shade there. And I think the problem with Toya is she is, I think, would I keep her on the show? Yes, because she's messy. I do think she needs to put Eugene on a bit of a health kick, though, because his weight, he's getting a bit too tubby at this stage.
That's it. Wait, what about the mortician? Let's get rid of her.
Which one?
Jackie.
Well, hold on, wait. See, let me say this really quickly. Eugene was actually looking like he was trimming down. But now that he got these 3 jobs again, he's going back up the scale.
He's stressed.
It's too much stress. You
It's
listen,
the hospice
and
job.
I don't mean this in a bad way at all. I feel like things are not going to end well for Dr. Eugene if they don't stop this roller coaster ride with their finances and the stress of moving and this and that. Even if you really want to move, moving in and of itself is a beast. It's stressful. Packing the truck, unpacking the truck, calling the movers, moving here, turning on the lights, turning off this, turning on that. That's stressful. I think it's seen too much. But go ahead, Freddie.
I mean, I agree. I think that Toya is treating Eugene so badly, and that he's being put under this pressure to live a lifestyle that they simply can't afford to live. I mean, those 7 liens, I mean, I worry, how the hell are they going to be paying those back when they're spending over $15,000 a month on leasing that? I mean, with a mortgage plan for those, and God knows the other loans that they took out, which could be dodgy, like PK and Dorit's allegedly. I really don't know how they're going to pay them back is my big concern. Contessa, I mean, Dr. Jackie, that was the one. People saying, why shouldn't she be fired? Dr. Jackie, yes, she's not the most interesting on this cast. She's not my favorite either, but she does have the wealth aspect. I do find it funny that she judges everyone else's marriage when we all know what her husband was sneaking off, flying around with some other woman doing.
You mean Lurch?
But Freddie, did you see that red dress though?
The red dress of what, on the reunion?
Yeah, that was a hot mess and cheap.
I know. Well, she is a hot mess, and she's supposedly meant to be one of the highest paid doctors on this show.
Freddie, well, we're not going to come for the mistress of the V, the plumper of the lips. You ain't going to do Dr. Jackie like that. She's out here saving babies and saving marriages with her skincare and her ejectionable like puffers. Okay.
Why didn't she put the skincare on her chest?
Husband is secretly still with that mistress. In all honesty.
Oh my God! Don't do that. Dr. Jackie will pass out. Hold on 1 second. Twin B, what did you want to ask something? Did you want to say something?
No, not right now. I'm just in agreement with most of the things, except yes, Dr. Jackie. We're gonna. She's
just
necessary.
leave her be.
She's necessary. Yeah, just
let me tell you something. To me, Dr. Jackie did look nice, and that's all I'm giving her right now. She looked amazing, but she sat there on her high horse with her leg crossed the whole time. No, I'm not going to do Dr. Heavenly like y'all do. I don't do like y'all do. I'm Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie, stop.
Why
did you see her stiff lip?
She's a fraud.
Did I see what?
Jackie's stiff lip.
No, I didn't. Listen, but wait, let me add this with the men. Dr. Scott, he's in the gym. He ain't playing. He ain't gonna let Contessa be the only one in shape. Okay. Dr. Cameron stood 10 toes down. He said he was not apologizing because he thought it was funny. Okay.
I love that.
And they was like, listen, before you came, we didn't get into ladies' business like that. So you kind of breaking code.
Lies they tell.
Yeah, the lies they tell, right? Curtis, he had to sell the car because Dr. Jackie told him he couldn't have it anymore. So the car was sold. Cecil admitted. He said, you know what? He was like, I can't. He said, I can't. He said, Curtis said, I wanted the car, but I couldn't bring it home because, Simone wouldn't let me. So, he couldn't buy, he wanted to buy the car from Cecil, but he wouldn't be able to because of whatever. Yes.
Diva, I have a comment. Is it Simone wouldn't let him, or she changed the pin to their account?
Well, she changed the pin to an account.
Because remember, he did take money to buy something else that she didn't like. So I think Simone, I think she put a 2-point verification on their joint account.
And listen, a face recognition and a fingerprint. She ain't playing with him.
Open up a whole new bank. She went to a whole new bank.
Touch that cash unauthorized ever again. Okay, she ain't playing with Dr. Cecil, not at all. Okay, no, you don't. Why don't y'all like Scott? Why y'all say why is Scott a weirdo? What's wrong with Scott? Is he about to do his rap song?
He's a gaslighter. Scott is a gaslighter, just like Contessa. They gaslight each other.
Too much, Scott, allegedly, as we were talking about last season. But with Dr. Jackie and her husband Curtis. I think Jackie basically punishes Curtis by making sure that she makes him not have money, basically. I think she definitely, with the money element, she punishes him with that by not giving him... He punishes
her by going out of town every other week.
I agree. I think they punish each other, which is why their marriage is not healthy. And this is why Jackie pretends that she has this moral compass, and I think judges other marriages because she knows hers isn't perfect. And I think she secretly is afraid that, and Heavenly's smart and she's going the right track, that Heavenly's going to dog her out and point out that she's going to go, Jackie, your husband is probably, I don't know, doing something dodgy and your marriage isn't great, love. I mean, and what's it? Cecil's bloody book. I mean,
Not that book.
The amount of bloody reality stars that have launched this book thinking they know more than marriage than any other person. It's just like,
They kept the house for 22 years.
That was the worst idea they ever came up with. But I gotta go around the room and y'all gonna tell me, who do y'all think is the happiest, most stable couple on the show? Freddie, I'll start with you. Who's the most stable, happiest couple on the show?
I would say Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly, and her husband, Dr. Damon, and probably Anila and Kiran.
Okay, I like that. I like that pick. Smoke, who's the most stable and happiest?
The stable and the most happiest couple on this here show called Married to Madison is Miss Quad. Miss Quad. She got it. She got
And the contractor.
She loves us. Here's the thing. The thing I love about Miss Quad is I love how much she celebrates herself. She sets goals, she attains it, and she doesn't let anyone try to come for her.
Smoke, she ain't married to medicine.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Medicine's married to her because that's why she keeps coming back on the show, and we love her. So Miss Quad is the best couple on the show.
That's hilarious.
Okay, Smoke. Miss True Kelly, who's the happiest and most stable couple on Married to Medicine?
I'm gonna go with Kiran and Anila. I think they are like the most happiest and stable couple so far. We'll see if another season go on, but I do think Kiran is like the new house husband, right? He takes over from Peter Penelope Thomas, from Fenolius Apollo, from Joe Gorga. He's the new house husband for me.
I like that. Yes, I can agree with that. Thank you. Shade in the Hood, who's the happiest couple?
You won't believe me, but Jackie and Curtis. No, I'm just kidding. I'll say Vanilla and her husband.
Yeah.
Okay. 2%. Who's the happiest couple?
I don't want to say. I mean, okay, all right. Despite my feelings towards them, I would have to say Kiran and
Anila.
Vanilla, yeah. They're not my favorite. I don't like them at all. Out of all the couples in the world, I don't like them the most. But I would have.
You gotta give credit. You gotta give credit where credit is due. You gotta be fair. I like that. And somebody said Audra and Martin. I do. You know what? She's not my favorite, but I do like them as a couple. I do see them. Yeah, I do like them as a couple.
But how long have they been married?
Oh, we can't. We're not judging time now, are we?
Well, I'm saying if you want to put
2.5.
I thought they were going to wear matching champion tracksuits at their wedding, in all honesty. I'm surprised we didn't see that as a picture.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. Twin B, what's up? Who's the happiest couple?
Okay, we got to give it up to Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon. I believe they're the happiest couple because I believe they learned how to work within each other's best qualities and how to deal with the other qualities that might not be too.
Plus, he tolerates her crazy too.
Right. And I have family members like that where the wife is turned up and when you look at the husband, you be like, how do you deal with this? And they love it. I have a cousin like that. And her husband is quiet as a church mouse and he loves her dirty, Yes. So I know people like Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon. So I would say based on my experience, those tend to be the happiest happiest couples. And from what we can see, what she shows us, because she doesn't show us a lot, but what she shows us, they seem to have the best balance.
But are they having sex every night?
Hell no.
Well, that's what I want to know. And why won't he tell the truth? When every time she tell a lie, why won't he say maybe once, like when she says every night, she means like once a year. Why doesn't he say
I think they made a pact to not throw
Ari-
each other under the bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think, and then you also know when people say if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. I think Dr. Damon
Takes that seriously.
He'd be
He's
like,
following the script.
yes, he'd
But-
be like, mm-mm.
But 2%, here's the thing. You saw when Heavenly dropped it low, she barely even got it halfway back up in her own beauty shop.
She did good, and she did it repeatedly.
I mean, I don't know. She dropped it low. I don't know if I can get back up far. I did
Okay,
the
so
low part.
hold on, guys. Sebastian, who's the couple?
The best couple is Dr. Heavenly Kimes and Dr. Damon Kimes. Okay? They're the best couple on that show. Because I still see them together.
These are first and last name.
Okay, Sebastian. I already know, but Roy here, who's the couple?
See, why you always do that, D? It's okay though, because we do already know who it is. It's Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon. They have proved it through these 9 seasons of this show. You know, and if you really listen to Heavenly and watch her YouTube, she has talked about that they have been together for so long that they have learned how to work the ins and outs of each other. She know when to stop, and he know when to, let her do what she does. And that's just how they work. That it is what it is. And then for the whole sex thing, y'all know Heavenly is not about that. She about that. So that's an every night thing. So let's just
wait, what is that? She's choking on instruments or something?
Okay. So are you saying
Didn't
that
she raise her hand twice though?
So wait, hold on, guys, because I gotta get curves.
I'm
Who's
sorry.
your couple? Even though I already know who's your couple.
Okay, so I'll start with an honorary mention to Anila and Kiran.
I appreciate that.
It appears that based on the limited time that they've been married, that it's fantastic. And yeah. But of course, I'm giving it to Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon because not only have they proven with the longevity of their relationship, they are not willing to sacrifice their union for our entertainment. And I respect that to the utmost. That shows how valuable it is to them. That shows how much they love each other. That shows how much they respect their union and their vows. And I'm here for it. The rest of them need to take notes.
Hello.
Particularly Contessa, she needs to take notes off David.
Exactly.
And she did take notes. Heavenly told her to stop talking about her marriage on the TV. And what did she do? Did we hear her say anything about Scott this season?
Not a word.
So y'all think that everyone's jealous of Heavenly's situation?
Wait,
not jealous. No.
But
of her marriage?
No.
I will say this. I said it before, and I'm not the biggest Dr. Heavenly fan, but I respect her highly for the way that she handles that marriage on the show. I wholeheartedly do. And I think in real life, that's how you're supposed to treat your husband. Right. Or your spouse, whatever, right? I'm not going to be in these streets tearing my spouse to shreds. Now, what will I say to them when we get in the house about how pissed I am about maybe something that happened? That's what we're going to do. But in the streets, if my husband tell me get in the car, I'm going to get in the car. If my husband tell me to knock it off, I'm going to knock it off. Even if I'm pissed at him telling me that knock it off, I will knock it off, but I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to listen to him because you should have a certain level of respect for your spouse. You can't be in the streets dogging your spouse out and then you think everybody else is going to respect you in your marriage. It don't go like that. That I well agree with. Freddie, was you about to say something?
Oh yeah, I was going to say, I mean, with Simone and Cecil's disastrous book, I mean, how the hell do they expect to finish that when Simone won't even talk about Cecil's lady friends, allegedly. That was a big problem. And then when they saw the specialist in the and Simone was crying about it, how are they going to get past that chapter is the bit I really just don't understand. And I mean, Cecil, when are we going to see his job? When are we going to see him selling a property?
He's retired.
Come on.
Retired. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's retired.
He just started. How you gonna retire after 2 years?
Well, listen, I'm trying to help Cecil out. I'm trying to help him out. But you know what? Let me say this. Andy need to ask them about that book. We got one more reunion part 3. But he still needs to ask them. If he doesn't ask them about this book, he's getting an F. Okay, Andy gets the F. He needs to ask them. Well, y'all was writing a book. How is it coming along? Where is it? Did you scrap it? Okay.
Diva.
Cece said retired. I'm trying to help Cecil out. I like Cecil. Okay.
Diva. If Andy asked that question with Simone sitting on next to his right eardrum, he might go deaf after she's through with him. So I think he's choosing his hearing over asking about that daggone book. So I think Andy's playing it smart to not ask about that book.
That part.
Maybe she's still the approach on the book.
Wait, say that again.
Maybe they're taking the Portia approach on the book and having like double space and like, pictures, and maybe it's like a pictography type of thing. I don't know. I mean, it ain't at Barnes and Noble.
Well, you know what? Tupa said, I'm a sucker over here for buying these darn books. I really think I purchased Portia book too. I don't know where I put it at. But I do have her book too.
It's a coaster. It's a coaster. You're using it as a coaster.
The way she's reading the book, it's not much anything we didn't know about Portia. As much as I love her, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep crying that y'all carry on.
No, you're right. It was nothing new. It was nothing new. It was nothing different. And as I was reading, I was like, why did I do this to myself? But I did purchase.
No, there was one thing though. She stole Cordell from Sheree's friend Tanya, the one who told Nene she had room to grow in season 2.
She did steal Cordell. But you know what? Portia in that book, she contradicted herself a lot. She talked about some basketball player and having his baby, and he told her not to have the baby. I'm remembering now, it's coming back to me. But yeah, I did buy the book. I need to still buy Quad's cookbook. I'm going to support. I will buy. I think I got it on Audible too, Paige. But I did get the book, and I was like, really though. But I'm about to get Quad's cookbook. You know, we talk about the shows over here, but we do support too. I purchased the books and everything and all that good stuff. So we're about to close out, guys. Before we close out, let me say this, Freddie. I know you have a channel. Is it your name, Freddie?
It's Reality Diamond.
Reality Diamond. Yes. So everybody, go check Freddie out. Reality Diamond. TV Reality Diamond. I'm thinking of Anila out. Check out Freddie and his channel. And then who else? Shade in the Hood. I didn't know you had a channel. I'll go check it out.
I have one.
Is it Shade in the Hood?
Yes.
Okay, so perfect. So will everybody go over there and support? Curves have a channel, okay, everybody, and this is exactly how her name is written on the screen. Anybody else have a channel? Okay.
Channel Hop. Does that count?
That counts. And I love this is the first time. This is the first time I'm seeing you, and I'm glad you stopped by. I love having you here. So we're about to close out, and I gotta go around the room because last week we had a fight. Sometimes we fight over here with family, but sometimes we have fight because people see. At least I'm wearing my glasses, but some people truly can't see. Now everybody was dressed for the reunion. I asked y'all. I gave you an assignment. I said, go back, look again. Look again. Make sure you clean your glasses, you got your contacts in, or you get closer to your TV. Who was the best dressed? Freddie, at this reunion, who was the best dressed?
Oh, the best dressed to me was probably, I would have to say...
Contessa?
I would have to say Anila.
Okay.
Really.
Oh, okay. So Anila was the best dressed. Thank you, Freddie. Throw in the comments there who you think was the best dressed. Oh, thank you, whoever's putting the channels in there. I appreciate y'all.
Just
Yeah,
simply.
just simply. Thank you, boo. Thank you. All right. So, okay. So Freddie said, Anila. Smoke, who are you going for? Who was the best dressed? Somebody said Dr. Jackie.
Ooh,
Somebody
hell
else said,
no.
wait a minute. Whoever said
She was
Dr.
the
Heavenly,
worst.
you're just clearly a heavenly angel, but that's okay. We like the angels over here. You clearly are a heavenly angel. Smoke, who was the best dressed?
For me, overall, I would say Quad because I feel like her outfit looked the best, both standing up and when they were seated. And I also like the shoes and her hair and her glam. It was on point. So I think, like, overall for me, I love Quad's look head to toe.
Okay, I like that. Okay, Miss True Kelly, who was the best dressed?
I'm gonna go with Quad and then next Heavenly.
Girl, are you
Those
a
are-
heavenly angel too?
You know I'm not a heavenly angel.
That church dress was too much.
But she looked
wasn't
good.
church. It was beautiful.
Okay.
She looked good.
It was more gown.
Can
Yeah,
somebody give
that's what I said.
Contessa some love? But thank you, Miss True Kelly.
It was.
Shade in the Hood. Who was best dressed? Now, see, you going to stop and saying Toya was the best dressed. She looked like she was going to the beach.
She was under the sea.
I never said she was the best.
You said she was under the sea.
Said it. I said she looks like she was dressed for Under the Sea, like she was waiting for the Little Mermaid to come out in theaters.
What, and down where it's wetter?
Little Mermaid. All right. Oh, who did I go to? Who did I? Did I come to you, Shade in the Hood? Yeah, Shade in the Hood. Who was best dressed?
Do you remember when you said that Garcelle's getup looked better when she was sitting down?
Yeah.
I think Contessa looks better standing up.
Okay, yes, I can give that.
So I'm gonna say this: the best dress was Quad because she was serving to the gods.
Okay.
But number 2 will go to Contessa.
I appreciate you. We'll take number 2. And only thing I think Contessa needed to do was cut the belt buckle out of her hair. Right? That was like I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from, but she should have cut that out, and I think it would have been even better. But yes, I appreciate you. 2%. Who was best dressed?
Under the sea. Under the sea. I loved.
Don't say Toya.
I did. I loved it all. I loved it all.
You loved everybody?
No.
You like Toya?
I love Toya's look. I loved her makeup. I loved her hair. I love the mermaid situation. I don't know. I don't know how y'all like this contestant.
She looked like she was asleep and came to the reunion with that look.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me hear 2%. You said you don't know how we like Contessa look?
I don't know how y'all like Contessa's look because I mean the bangs was past her nose. And
past her nose.
Quad had a mess situation. I mean, I'm revisiting and I can't. So call me Ariel. So that's it.
Did not call you Ariel.
Cheers for Ariel.
Okay. Okay, Twin B, what's up? Who was best dressed?
Okay. I was going to say Anila, but someone in the comments made a good point that Anila didn't really follow the assignment. So based on a person who followed the assignment, which was the 70s theme, Quad followed the assignment. She even sounded like something from the 70s because every time she moved, the dress would give you a little bit of sound effect. So if we go in based on the theme,
Quad was like chop, chop, chop.
if we go in based on the theme, not only did she get the 70s glam, it gave
oh my gosh.
She gave you the 70s sound effect. It goes to Quad, hands down. Contessa, her dress is nice. Like, for Quad. Okay. Contessa's dress is nice, but it's too plain for a reunion look.
Agreed.
Minus the hair. Her hair is horrendous. I don't want to take away people's jobs, but that's not that person's ministry. Whoever did that to her hair, it's not.
I just answered. Okay.
Her dress was too plain for her to be like in the top, but it was a pretty dress. Right? I'm done.
Okay, no problem. Sebastian, who was best dressed?
I'm gonna get yelled at. The best dressed was Miss Quad. Quad dressed the best.
Hey, Miss
I'm giving it
Quad,
all
Miss
to Quad.
Quad.
As Smoke said, she looked
Quad was beat for the gods.
because she was ready. Okay, Miss Quad was ready. And the thing is, I think I do want to see her next season, even though she's not married to Medicine. I give it to Quad.
The dress warrants her coming back.
Gosh. Kenya's not even is not even a housewife, and we still like her on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Can we stop with that?
No.
I dared and I did. What you gonna do?
She's still married. Okay?
She's still married. What, on paper? Because Mark has not been around since the pandemic started.
No,
She's still married. When did she get married? Is what I'm saying.
Okay, so I know, right? Wait, hold on, guys. Royer, who was
got you,
best
Sebastian,
dressed?
later.
Okay, I have 3 people that I'm gonna give.
Okay.
First, I have to agree. Miss Quad, she understood the assignment. It was the for me when she got up to hearing Andy her receipts for her polygraph and back and sat back there.
You try to call her a toys from Toys R Us? That's what you call her? A chia pet?
It was amazing. It was good. And then I have to give an honorary to Dr. Heavenly, even though I don't like the bottom, how it just cut off at the bottom and wasn't, I didn't like that. But the top part and the veil, I love that. And then I really, really like the red on Dr. Jackie. That red, she just really set it off with that red for me.
She did. It came through very well on the TV.
It did.
She had a lace cloth. She was showing a lot of stuff. She showed about 99% of her legs. She showed
what?
Maybe
she showed 99% of her chest.
Yeah, she showed her chest too. Maybe she wanted us to see that she gave herself the old shot, but she was showing a lot. She was, okay.
We should ask her if it worked.
Make her husband like her more in the reunion or something.
Maybe so. So go ahead, Kurz. Who was best dressed?
So I always said that it was Quad first because she was going for Cher, and Cher was also who Anila went for, but I think Quad did it much better because I used to love Cher, and that's giving me all kinds of Cher-ness right there. Not to mention that it did sit very well along with her hair. Mm-hmm. And then when she did walk in, it gave us the chimes. That's still the deal. Was going to happen. She knew that was going to happen, and she created a nice musical moment for me. I didn't even know that she could do that. I already liked it just from the picture before. And then when she made it make noise, I was like, thank you. And then, of course, I'd like Dr. Heavenly's. It sat well. Her dress sat well. I liked it. I couldn't get over Toya's $8,000 of floor material. I mean, they already had a rug, Toya. Ooh. Sorry. And
drapes. Those were drapes.
That was a nappy time dress.
Those were drapes.
You know what I mean? And then Contessa, I can't get past the buckle.
The belt buckle.
Along with the high, along with the bangs. The bangs.
Do the bang.
And then, Simone was there, and I remember that she was there because she kind of talked a couple times. But
I forgot about her.
Exactly. Her dress was not memorable at all. So I'm giving it to Quad, Heavenly, and Jackie.
Okay.
Contessa's third.
Who said that?
Contessa was serving y'all. Y'all messy. Y'all get out of here. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Jackie was a hot mess.
Diva. You have to admit that Contessa looked like a Dollar Tree genie.
Okay.
A Dollar Tree genie.
Yes. She looked a hot damn mess.
Wait, come on. We'll close it out.
Well, she was better than Jackie.
Before I close this out. Somebody said the Easter Bunny can go. And wait. I will say this. Don't forget, guys. That's true. Don't forget. Dr. Jackie is a 2-time, I want to say,
breast cancer
survivor. So
and 64.
Yeah.
She's 64, y'all.
Hands
she's
down,
64?
Yes, she is.
Yes,
hands down, Dr. Jackie looks amazing.
The bad.
I thought she was 54.
No,
No.
and she doesn't play around with that body. That sister
No.
stays in tip-top shape.
Yes.
So yeah, she's definitely something to be looked at in terms of, you know, she truly believes in that medicine. She truly believes in health and wellness. I just wish she wasn't trying to act like she's so high and mighty. That's the only thing I don't like about her. But I
I
do
want to
love
see
the
her
way.
6-pack.
Oh, she
I want
got
to
it.
see her
She
six
got it.
pack.
She got it for sure. Dr. Jackie is in tip-top shape. But what did you want to say, Roya, before I close out?
I don't think we talked about it, but I didn't want to skip past the fact of how I love how Andy brought up the fact about being a Black doctor in today's society. I also love the fact how they talked about our rights changing with the laws, and how
Yeah.
Simone, you know, and everyone chipped in on how they felt about their opinion about it's our bodies and it's our decisions on what we do with our bodies. So I really love that Andy brought that fact up, and I really love that the doctors and, well, mostly the doctors spoke, so that the doctors were so supportive in, you know, having your choice, and not just supportive in having your choice, but also giving the facts on behind it, not just being to get rid of because you don't want it, but because there could be health factors that involve with you not being able to carry, you know, long term, or, you know, whatever the situation may be. I just love the fact that they were able to talk about that on such a public platform for us as people of color. So I just didn't want that to pass by.
Yeah, no, yeah, you are correct. We touched on it, we tapped on it a little bit, but we didn't stay on it long. But you are correct, and I'm glad that they didn't shy away from that conversation. They was good with having the conversation, and everybody spoke, because I think even I'll come to you, Smoke, 1 second.
Yeah.
I think even there was a case that after all of this went down, that it was reversed, where this one woman she literally had to carry the baby to term. They knew the baby was like not going to live or not going to make it, and that's traumatic of itself. Imagine you having to go through 9 months knowing that, I don't know, you're not even going to give birth to a baby like that.
My
That's just
co-worker's daughter just went through that. She had to go full term. Well, she decided to go full term carrying her baby. I think the baby lived for like 5 hours. And then she just recently lost her dad as well. So the baby passed away like last week, and then her dad just passed away as well. So
it's a lot.
hard.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, Smoke, before I close out.
No, I had a question. I was like, do you think that maybe, well, two things. Do you think that Andy is probably in the wrong field of pop culture? Because when he talks about the serious stuff, he seems more grounded, and I feel like that's when I like him the most, where he's talking about some real stuff versus trying to be shady and messy is just like unattractive. Do you think he should probably do what Andy? Do you think he probably wanted to do what Anderson Cooper did, but he didn't make the cut, so that's why he settled doing what he does on Bravo?
No, I think Andy truly does love the lane that he's in.
Okay.
He likes being messy like that. He's here for it every single time. I mean, but I just think that with Andy, you know, Andy truly, he has his favorites, and his favorites differ across the board. And I also think, because listen, we have seen Andy save some people that shouldn't have been saved. He saved Marlo this season. He allowed her to try to blame it all on her childhood and all of that, all of her messiness. So Andy, he saves who he wants, but I also think when it comes to these reunions, I mean, they put it in 3 parts, and most certainly we don't need 4. And some of them could literally just have been 2 parts,
Or one.
but it's or one. But it's hard to decide what pieces of information you put into this, right? So I think it's a hard balance, and and quite naturally, I don't think he can just sit down and get intertwined in all of them. I think he now at this point he gets fed a lot of information. And I think the bigger pieces, he maybe goes and looks at that footage, but I don't think like us, he's sitting down and he's watching every single episode.
He should, because it shows.
He is lazy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. He's lazy, and he's got really rubbish at his job.
Thank you, Freddie.
Prime example is with Potomac. He couldn't be bothered to get the taglines out in time. We only got it on episode 4. He doesn't ask the right questions. he chooses just crap stuff. I mean, even his Watch What Happened Live, the ratings of that and the are awful. That should be pulled. NBC need to grow up with that.
Well, no, Freddie, even with that,
I'm bored of him.
He's found a way to latch onto.
He's a wet wipe.
No.
The problem is he wants to be best mates with these women.
Yeah.
And he is in position. No, you're not their best friends, Andy Cohen. You're their boss. And you've got to be neutral with all these people. When your best friend, Kyle, I need to pull the anxiety card out.
And that fake hug.
You need to tell her. You don't, and he rewards bad behavior too much. This is his problem. And that's, yeah.
You listen, Freddie, you're right, but don't do that to Kyle. She had an emotional breakdown. She needed a hug. She could not stay to the bitter end. It was a lot for her. It was a lot because her sister Kathy gaslights her. But I ain't got time, y'all, because I'm over 2 hours here and I got to go. I love y'all. Thank you for stopping by, each and every one of y'all. We had a great review for Married to Medicine Part 2. We will be back with the final part 3, next week. And we're going to get to see Dr. Scott do his rap, okay? We're going to do his rap, okay? I'm going to write the words down and everything because we got to see when he raps.
Smoke needs to rap it.
We're going to be downloading it, okay? We got to get this rap, okay, down together. And then tomorrow night, I will be doing, what am I doing? I'm doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm doing Love and Marriage Huntsville if you could come by. So thank you guys. Love y'all. See you next time. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night.